Hey there everybody, welcome back to the channel, or indeed if you're new to the channel, welcome along. My name is Andy, the Uncommentator, and I can confirm what the thumbnail and the name of this video are suggesting, in that this video will contain a playthrough of Tekken 3, more specifically the arcade mode. So this is the third video in a series that I'm currently doing on the channel, where I'm just basically doing quick, cheeky little playthroughs of all the Tekken games for the PS1 and PS2. And by playthrough I just mean just a quick whiz through of the arcade mode, so nothing complicated. Nothing difficult, nothing that needs over-explaining. So let's get straight on with it. Now, if you have watched the first two videos, you'll know that I've unlocked all the characters on them, and those characters are hidden. You cannot see them on the screen. However, in this video, this is the first video where you can actually see the unlockable characters. So there they are on these bottom rows. You can see them all there. So Gunjack, Anna, Olga, True Olga. And of course Dr. Boskonovich, and if you know you know, and if you don't know, don't worry about it. There is also Gon, who is hidden. He's gone off the screen, but there he was. Anywho, let's quickly select Ling Xiaoyu before we run out of time, because that's the character we're going to do this arcade mode with. So let's go. Now, if you have watched all the videos so far, the first two, first of all, you've got my condolences. And second of all, you will know that, well, you may remember that I said in I think it was the first video, it would have made sense to have said it in that one, that when I was first thinking about doing this series, I was originally going to be the same character on each game, so I thought it might be interesting to see how the characters have changed and evolved over time, you know, both in design and moves, etc. Obviously, when I get to Tekken Tiger, the character would have had to have had a partner, which would have then meant something different. But yeah, that was my original thought. And then I said that I wasn't going to do it. There was one character, which meant that I wasn't going to do. There was one character I wanted to be at some point, which meant I couldn't be the same character all the way through. And I can tell you that that character is Ling Xiaoyu, because she's my favourite Tekken character. Now, I suppose what I could have done, which I never really thought about until now, this second, is just being the same character, and then she could have been the partner. Please stop doing that. There we go. Yeah. I fought the law and I won. So that's stage one down. Yeah, so I suppose what I could have done is been the same character, and she could have been the tag partner. But I did want to, I wanted to kind of shine a spotlight on her, all on her own, because like I said, she's my favourite character. So I wanted her to have sort of her own episode. So yeah, so if you don't like this, if you wished I'd been the same character, then blame this lady here, because she's the reason. And I don't mean Nina. Well, I think Nina, if I wasn't going to be the same character, I think I could have been Nina. I think she's on every one, isn't she? I may be wrong on that one. Some characters come and go. Some aren't. Yeah, some come, go, and don't come back. I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, let's move on quickly. Also, the more vigilant amongst you may have spotted that Ling Xiaoyu is in a school uniform, which is actually an unlockable, I don't know what word to use, skin, attire, character model, whatever word you want to use. That was fun. Didn't know Nina could do that, and that's the first time I've seen that. Probably not, but I can't remember it. Kind of Tajiri, or Asuka, so it should be Asuka. Oh, there we go. So now she did it twice. Asuka Poison Mist. It didn't do any good though, did it? Yeah, so anyway, as I was saying about the school uniform, it's actually an unlockable attire. So each character on this game has two attires. I think it's the same on all Tekken games, to be honest, but I may be wrong on that one. Probably am. Yeah, each character has two attires. So Ling Xiaoyu's normal two attires are a sort of a blue dress type thing with like gold trim. And then some red trousers and a red shirt with like a big yellow bow, I think, around the waist. So this is an unlockable skin, but she's not the only character to have an unlockable attire on this game. There is Jin, who I think is her brother. I should get Jin and Kazuya mixed up, and then there's Jun as well. That she's a she, so shouldn't really get her mixed up with Jin. Anyway, yeah, there's him. So he's also got a school uniform. It's not a skirt though; it's a pair of trousers is. But it is still a school uniform. And then the other one the other ones are Anna Williams. So she's an unlockable character with an unlockable attire. So her third attire is like a not leopard. It's a zebra. Excuse me. It's like a zebra skin trouser suit. I do apologise for the coughing. It's like a zebra skin trouser suit. And then there is Gunjack. So again, another unlockable character with an unlockable attire. There is Gunjack. And his is, I think, just basically a. I think it's more his Jack 2 attire. It's like just a trouser and vest. It looks like a normal person instead of just like a robot that's sort of come to life. And then also, I mean, you could count this as a skin rather than a separate character. But Eddie, who I've just perfected there, he's got a sort of an alter ego called Tiger. But I think from memory, it's exactly the same. His moves and everything, his moves and mannerisms are exactly the same. It's just, it looks like a sort of a 70s sort of disco throwback. Kind of like, there's probably a better example of this, but I can't think of one. Kind of like O.J. Simpson in Police Squad, or whatever it was called, Police Academy, or Naked Gun, whichever one. I think it was Naked Gun actually. When he's got that giant afro and gets stuck in the lift. I'm sure there's more contemporary there's more modern and contemporary examples, but you know what I mean. So he's got like the big afro, medallion, flares, etc. Looks like a stereotypical sort of disco dude from back in the day. Yeah, so there are a few other hidden attires. Now the way you unlock these attires is a bit weird, really, because what you have to, I'm not 100% sure if you have to play with the character so many times or so many times in a row. I've seen both versions on cheat websites. Remember those? I've seen both sort of narratives written. So to unlock the Gunjack attire, so I don't know if it's in a row or just this many times. You have to play as Gunjack 10 times. For Anna Williams, it's 25 times. And for Jin and Ling Xiaoyu, it's 50 times. So it is a bit of work to get the attire. Also for Tiger, if you're Eddie, I'm not 100% sure how you unlock that one. I think the way I unlocked it was on Tekken Force mode. He's one of the. I know I said Ling Xiaoyu is my favourite character, but she didn't used to be. When I first got this game, it was Eddie, and when I first played through Force mode, I played through as Eddie, and eventually you have to face Tiger, and if you beat him, I think you can play as him after that. But as I said, he's not a separate character. He's just another version of Eddie. So that's all the ones with. There may be more, but they're the only ones I'm aware of. So Ling Xiaoyu, Jin, Gunjack, and Anna. Yeah, they're the only ones I'm aware of that have these sort of third attires. Also, interestingly, if you play as Ling Xiaoyu, my butt kicked here. If you play as Ling Xiaoyu and Jin in like a versus singles mode, and you both pick the school uniform attire, you actually fight in the playground of the school apparently. But I think I've only seen that once. I think it is a thing. Speaking of things, even, and he said things. Speaking of things, we've got Mokujin. If you don't know Mokujin's gimmick, he's basically, or she's basically, they copy a character each time. So they copy a certain character's moves. It looks like at the minute it's Kuma, I think, which is appropriate given. No, it's not Kuma. It looks like it's Gunjack. There we go. Or is it Kuma? I don't know. Some of his main moves are using their arms anyway. Also, there's Mokujin and Tetsujin, I think, as well, isn't there? Depending on the button that you press. Anyway, whizzing through here. Almost at stage 8 already. Don't know who they are this time. Looks like who's got that kick combo? Is it Hiachi? I don't know. Thought they made they made video recorders, but I should have picked a more modern piece of technology than a video recorder for that joke, but anyway, doesn't matter. There we are, that was nice and easy. Now, to unlock, if anyone hasn't unlocked these, extra skins, the quickest way to do it is to, if you're sad and got no friends like me, is basically go on versus mode. So plug in another controller into port number 2, go on versus mode, and pick the characters to face each other. It counts twice, if that makes any sense. If you pick Anna versus Anna, if you do that 13 times, then that counts as 25 times. Obviously it's 26, but you know what I mean. It'll count as the 25 times. So that's how I unlocked all the skins. It was how I did Ling Xiaoyu and Jin. I kept picking them to face each other each time, and yeah, so that kind of did 2 in 1 essentially. So if you want to unlock unlock the skins quickly, then do it that way. It is noticeably quicker. Also, another thing I've been saying throughout this series about the differences between the games, the features that come into the games as you move through the series. I think this is the first game that feels drastically different. I feel like the first Tekken and Tekken 2 are quite similar, whereas this one, I think, feels different. The gameplay's different. The settings are different. The fight settings are totally different. I think the first two, I think I've mentioned on those 2 videos about it's almost like it's based on real places. It's big jumping powerbomb. It feels like a lot of the settings are based on real places. Obviously, we had the last video with the Statue of Liberty in the background, for example, whereas these are more just sort of generic somewhere. So I don't really know where you can describe them. Yeah, so I think that's one. That was a big shot. That is one difference. Well, I think we're going to a rubber match here, unless I can pull a comeback. Now, interestingly enough, I actually we're trying to get that. We're trying to sweep. Now, interestingly enough, I think it's interesting anyway. Oh, there we go. I actually played Tekken 3 before Tekken 2. I got Tekken 3 not long after it came out. I actually played Tekken 3 before Tekken 2 and Tekken 1, I think. I definitely played Tekken 3 before Tekken 2 anyway. And I remember it was one of my old school friends, Alex. If you're watching, Alex, hi. Thanks for inviting me to your wedding. It was a lovely day. It was really nice to share that with you. Yeah, one of my school friends, he bought Tekken 2, and that's when I first played on it. And actually, even though I'd played on this before, I remember thinking at the time that 2 was better than 3. But having gone back and played through them now to make this series, it isn't. It just isn't. This is the best PS1 Tekken game. I personally think it is anyway. I do think Tekken 2 is really good. It's just not better than this one. It's just not better than this one, basically. So yeah, that's it. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. And that's the arcade mode done, and that's why Ling Xiaoyu is the greatest, because she's awesome. So nice and easy, quick playthrough. True Ogre, the final boss, and then you get the closing video. Ling Xiaoyu with a pet. Do we see her with a pet? Was that Kuma's video? It might be Kuma's video when she's walking along with. There's also Kuma and Panda. I keep saying about different characters. Yeah, there's Kuma and Panda depending on which one you play. Depending on which button you press. So when you're selecting the character, that will dictate which one you play as. That's what I was meaning. Anywho, this I would say manga, but I don't really know anything about Japanese comics, so I'm not going to pretend I do. Yeah, so this anime style video, everyone gets a closing video when you do the arcade mode with them, and that is Tekken 3's arcade mode done with Ling Xiaoyu. Nice and easy. So that's the third video down in the series. If you're enjoying this series so far, or you enjoyed this video, then please like and share the video. You can also leave a comment on the video should you choose to do that, if you've got anything of value to say, or if not, your choice. It's a free country, wherever you're from. Also, if you're heading over to the channel, The Uncommentator, you'll find the rest of the videos in this playlist when they eventually appear on YouTube. You'll also find a plethora of other videos that I've played, containing games that I've played through. So please go and check that out. Please watch the Star Fox videos, or Star Wing, however you know the game. Lilac Wars, whatever. Please go and watch those. I don't know why no one has, but anyway. Again, as I said, it's a free country. You can watch whatever you want. But join me next time. We're moving on to the PS2. So it's going to be the first Tekken game on the PS2, which was Tekken Tag Tournament. Lots of T's there. But until we get to that point, for now from me, it is sayonara.